All right, so this is the next 4 signs. I cannot remember what this card is about. I'm going to pick one more to get some clarification. All right. So the Oracle cards and the Tarot cards. I got Leo here, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Yes, okay, take it. Well, 3 wanted to come out for you. I'm just gonna let it ride. I said 2, it said 3, okay. Under the deck, we have the 2 of Cups, High Priestess, and Strength. Now, with this, before I even begin, I really feel that, okay, this is the difficult part, because it's like, you know, without having actually experienced it yet, what this person is going to mean to you. I didn't expect it to be love, but it's almost as if you're being even partnership, even when it's platonic, even if it's friendship, you can almost immediately understand the nature of the relationship. If it's going to be a good one, if it's going to not be a good one. It's like, but the Strength card is asking you to not rush the process of getting to the end of it. Because you could find that you click really well with somebody. And it's like, okay, yeah, we click. I know that we're going to have this kind of relationship. And your knowing is not off the mark. It's actually on point. But how you get there, you're not privy to. You don't have all of that information. You only understand the end of where it's supposed to be. So this could definitely be romantic, where you have felt this in your spirit and you know what this person means to you before they even give you the proof. And it's just that you have this knowing, you have this innate understanding of what their soul or what their energy is like showing you. It's like, oh, those little things, those little picture card things. Back in the day, the little red thing, you click the little, what you call it, you put the little card in and it would turn and you would see the not negatives, but the little pictures in the little card. If you're born after 1990, then you may not know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But for those older, more mature peoples who have grown up with those types of heirlooms, I'm just saying, like, they bring you a different view of what life can be. You have now access to different images that your psyche and your spirit didn't have access to before, or never showed you before. It's because their energy is bringing you another lens, another cartridge. They're bringing you more information. So with Leo, we have the Mirror. And this 2 of Cups sitting here is really a mirroring moment. But this Tower is the one that I was told to take. When it was, when I was shuffling, I did see it. And I stopped to confer, and they said, take it. So, the Tower. And this is where 2 people now, and now I see why there's 3 cards out here. Because we also have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Temperance. So, where one person is confident, another person is they're being shaken right now. And I feel that in the past, it has been on the other foot, where one person was being shaken and the other one was confident. And I do feel that this is a balance of ego. We do have this strength card sitting here down at the bottom, and it's like a, not a role reversal, but it's switching heels, like standing on one foot and then balancing the weight on the other. It's really shifting the stance. They're both responsible for the nature of this connection, whether it's going to be romantic and get to the wedding hall, or if it's just stays at a platonic level. Somebody is being cut down to size, where at one point the other person is the one who took the lesson, and not the loss, the lesson. The L was a lesson of dealing with them. So now this other person is sitting as the Queen of Wands in their stance, unmovable, because they've already been through that destructive energy. They've already been through that tower energy to understand what goes into building up foundation solidly. Now the other person has to actually go through with that. And mirror, it's got like a delay. It's like a timer. This is a card of time. Tiempo is time. Temper, temperament, temperature. These are indicating lesser and more. How big, how small. It's a size thing. It could be time. It could be space. It could be temperature. It could be all of these things. But it could also be the balance. The body, mind, the spirit. There has to be a sense of balance here prior to this going any further. If that potion ain't right, you can't consume it. You can't use it. It has to be on point. It has to be measured out. It has to be even. It has to be diluted to a certain point. There's no way they could have these two cups if first the temperance does not balance out what was imbalanced and irregular. You know what I'm saying? So the strength card is here to tell us that there was some moderation that was needed, that there's some checking of the ego that was needed. And I feel like truth is being shown through this mirror. I think a person is finally seeing that what they're viewing now is what they were displaying before. They're now finally getting it. They're only seeing what they've already given. They're only seeing what they used to be to the situation. And this is like getting smacked with the image in their face and having them to amend the behavior or amend their way of dealing. Now it's all coming like to the surface, like the realization. It's like bubbling in the pot, and it knocks the lid off because it's so hot. You're gonna have to turn down the temperature. This is that temperance and everything else. There has to be that balance of heat and cool, or air and ventilation, whatever the fuck it may be. But all I'm saying is now they're seeing that there was too much, too high, just too much. Damn it. Too fucking much. The Bardo. Now, when I saw this, immediately I started to think of like, well, there's this L on the card, and I was just talking about losses and lessons. When I think about the Bardo, because I don't have the book sitting in front of me, so I'm not going to look it up. But what I'm seeing is like, I don't know. It's like wherever you look, it is, you can notice the negativity. You can notice, Virgo, what other people may not see. You can see it because you have an eye trained for it, man. And a lot of times it's the not so healthy or not so great things that you're actually able to see. But you also have this medallion card here, and it's kind of like, even when you can see those things that would be like in the catacombs, that are down in the depths and the deep and the dark, you know what I'm saying? The reason why you are the hermit depicted in the Rider-Waite is because you have a guiding light. The medallion is always there for you. The medallion is something, it's like your rightful place. It's something that you can definitely grasp. It's something that you can always have. It's that you're between both. You're geared, the way you're wired is to be able to see those things, not so you can live with them. And you, I don't even think, I think you'll get tired and run out of steam if you're in the medallion energy for too long. If you're in this heat or in this light for too long, it can become blinding. It can become draining. And the bardo and the medallion, it has to be, you have to be in both. You have to be able to use both. Even Leo being the sun, and ruled by the sun, and then we have the high priestess who is represented by the moon. We have these two polarities. We have these two energies. You can't be in one place only. You can't be all love and light, and you can't be all, man, fuck this shit. You gotta be in both. You gotta be you have to be able to thrive in both. You've been given the perception to be able to handle it. That's my teddy bear. You have to be hard and soft. You have to be mature and childlike. You have to have these, the balances between the both of them. Oh, fuck. I wasn't paying attention. Two of Pentacles. And what's this card? It's face down. Seven of Wands. All right. So I think where you are, you're trying to play it safe, right? You're like, if I just stay right here, if I just stay right here, nobody will see me. If I just stay right here, nothing will happen. Right? I'm cool. I'm right here. I'm good. I got everything I need. I'm right here. I'm stationary. I'm good, right? No. Something is going to knock you off your game, knock you off your, you got to keep your head on the swivel, is what it's saying. It's saying that you have to, you can, balance between the two. Don't forget you have to visit both of them. You are Mercury ruled. Mercury, when it goes retrograde, goes to the underworld. And then it comes out of retrograde and it has great shit to say, great shit to share, new revelations. It has these solutions. It has these answers. You have to adapt to what you're naturally able to do. You can't choose this stagnant place when you actually rule both places. Being in both places, but not at the same time. You have to know when to spend enough time here and when to get out and spend enough time there. You're doing both of these things. You're discovering something new, and then you're getting down to the bottom of it. And then you're discovering something new, and then you're getting to the bottom of it. There is an oscillation that is happening with the type of energy that you have. And if you don't have the balance between the two, you need to use both of them. There will come a time when there will be a threat, and you got to let this motherfucking lion do his thing. There will be a time when the lion has to sit the fuck down, and you let the maiden do their thing. Okay? There's a time when you're in this energy here, in the void, in the what people call negative. It's just a lack of light, right? An absence of light, not a lack. It's an absence of light. Light hasn't touched it yet. You're in those depths. You're in those places, and you're picking up information and impressions through your senses because you cannot physically see a light at the end of the tunnel. You were using your clairsentience. You're using your clairvoyance. You're using, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience. There are certain things that you can see in the dark that other people cannot. There's certain darkness that you can see in people that other people cannot. And you need to be able to use it. But also the light attributes of the things that you're seeing. There is a relevance to your everyday practical life. Oh, I thought I had a booger in there. Stop fussing, Virgo. I'll move on to Libra. Because that Booker thing just killed the mood. It just broke the chain of channel. But speaking of maiden, especially Virgo, if you have Libra in your chart, this is for Libra, the maiden, right? This is giving those Empress vibes. It is giving all of that lusciousness and that demeanor, right? And for the men, it's giving you that sex appeal that's just uncanny. And according to, like, if you're looking at the sidereal astrology, there's certain people who fall under Libra that are Virgos, and that would be like Lil Wayne, Will Smith. They have something that allures people. They do have this presence. They do have this coming together of energy, because they do rule the 7th house of partnership. A card like this, to me, I see Libra energy when I see this type of balance, and I see this sharing, this compromising. But here we have Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. And this is like, if you're not physically getting pregnant, or you're not getting anyone pregnant, the new you that's emerging, and it doesn't have to be because your birthday season just passed. It doesn't have to be like, oh, new year, new you type of thing. I just feel that where we've been and what we just went through, and where we're, with the retrograde of Mercury having been in Libra, it's been a minute since it's been in Libra. It's been a minute since it hit air. I believe it was in Earth the past couple years, or was it water? It was Earth then water. It was Earth for like damn near 2 years, I think, and it was water before that. I can't remember specifically, or it was Earth, then it went water, then it was air, something. But you're having this newfound understanding of what it means to take care and give care. There's a duality to it. There's a give and take to it. You're taking care of something, but you're also being given care, or you're giving care to your looks, and not to say that you're being superficial, but not just how you look aesthetically, but how your actions look on a morality scale. Like, you're seeing new parts of yourself emerge. If, say, that Libra energy was running on autopilot for a minute, and now you have an opportunity to go through a sense of rebirth. You really can be born again, in another frame of mind that brings itself in a practical environment, that shows itself outwardly to you, that things are changing for you. It can be your appearance, but it can be your attitude. It can be your response to certain things, your actions and reactions, and the way that you're personified, and the way that people are receiving you is like this Ace of Pentacles. They're really seeing you on a different level. They're not seeing you in that air, indifferent type of fashion. They're more so now seeing you as a person that does have that care and compassion. You do have that ability to be there, to actually show up for another, especially in their hard times. But this Ace of Pentacles coming in, you could be getting something that you damn sure do deserve. These are new contracts that are coming in as well. It is a clean slate. It's a brand new maiden. It's talking about purity. It's talking about fresh. It's talking about untouched, like chaste. So there's a sense of being able to grow in this energy. It's like you're at a point where you can liberate yourself and consider yourself to be starting over, to now have a new agenda, or make this agenda your own. You don't have to actually follow it the way it was before. And that's pretty much what I was speaking to the first 4 signs about. They had judgment come up for them, and I'm getting the same kind of reiteration here, probably because I had Aries by the fucking ear, and I was tugging them in for their message. There is a ring of protection, or a womb of protection here. You will be cared for while you're going through this process. It's intubation, it's incubation. Not intubation. It's like an incubator. It's keeping you warm, it's keeping you safe, it's keeping you sound, protected until you can emerge as this new version of yourself. But you're learning what it really is to take care of something, take care of yourself, or to take care of something. And to go from the Empress energy that was previously sitting here on this table where the Queen of Pentacles is now, I'm just getting that same type of, I'm getting the type of influence. You need to see Gemini's reading from the last spread. You do. Because it was an offering. Now we have this maiden. Somebody trying to take your maidenhead. Proverbially. Like they're really trying to burst through the membrane, or burst that cherry. And be a first to you. So that could be longevity wise. They want to be your last of something, or they want to give you an experience you've never had before. And this doesn't have to do with virginity per se, but those types of things do come up when we talk about the maiden archetype. There is a sense of purity, yes. So there's also a sense of being inexperienced with a certain way of life, or a certain way of being. The Ace of Pentacles is giving you the opportunity to take it on. The Queen of Pentacles sitting here says you do. It tells me that you are. It tells me that this is something. I just think that you're not to defeat yourself before you actually begin the thing. Like actually go ahead and do it. Do it. All you gotta do is say yes. Scorpio, we have the Hunter. I cannot say that I am surprised. Okay? The Hunter with the 9 energy. So it's coming out like it's a damn hermit, right? With just the number influence. But we have the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. And I feel as though you're reaching for okay, as soon as I get this done, or as soon as I do this, or this part, or I just have to cross this off my list. These obligations, this 10 of Wands, it is really like digging the heels in while the horse is trying to move forward. It's like really trying to pump the brakes. And it's causing resistance in wherever this 3 of Cups is about to take you. It's still giving me that redo energy from the Pluto judgment card that came out for the last 4 signs. I'm feeling that reference here. You got somewhere to be, but you have picked up so much shit along the way. This horse is trying to get to the light. It's trying to hit this medallion energy, right? The colors are mirrored. They're mirroring. The colors are very similar. So this is why I'm referencing it. It's trying to get to this medallion energy, but do you see the dark cloud around it? Do you see all of this debris and all of this weight? It could be shadow. So even the steps, and the horse in the death card is black. Huh? It's white, isn't it? It's white. Speaking of, that horse is white. There has to be a distinction between the two. This is what's going to happen, right? Let me break it down for you, Scorpio, real quick now. So the horse and the shadow are one. Going through this, when you go through this membrane, when you go through this threshold, it's almost giving me backwards vibes. The shit is going to take you backwards. You're going to go through the lessons of the signs backwards. Because you're going to hit the membrane. And you're going to come through in the maiden energy through that small ass, which you're in the bardo. You're going towards the medallion, right? But that's because you're going to end up mirroring or seeing your reflection. Scorpio. So what has to happen here is you have to separate the shadow from the being and make it two. You're not going to have just this cloudiness, this confusion, and this darkness kind of looming. You can't tell if it's just if it's something you're stuck in, or if it's something you're carrying, or if it's a part of you. It's just a big black blob. So what has happened here, the being has gone through a purification, spirit like spirit animal, right? And the shadow is here riding on the vessel. The vessel is pure, but it has the shadow, right? But it's defined. You know exactly what the shadow is. You know exactly what needs its own etched out space in your life. You know exactly what those things are. There's no blurred lines. There's no confusion. There's no gray area. There's no muddying or muddling the energies. You know very distinctly this clear way of passage, this pure intent with every step that you're taking in the mode of travel on your path. And you also know how to use your shadow to your benefit, to do the things that you're actually geared to do, to change when it relates to your own situations and the situations of others. You being the eighth house representative, there's a lot of things that you bring a fucking end to, whether people are ready or not. And so them being involved with that energy, if you're not clear, they're not going to get the point. They're not going to get the lesson in the way that they're supposed to receive it. But also, you're not going to understand what the fuck is going on either. So this is asking you, because you're going to have to start to shed some of this in order to get it contained. You're going to have to get your shadow self contained. You're not destroying it. You're not trying to get rid of it. You're not trying to love and light it away. You're not trying to love it away. You're not trying to fuck it away, eat it away, yoga it away, meditate it away. You're not doing any of that. What you want to do is have a clear distinction of boundaries of where your shadow begins and where it ends. That way, when you see it, when anybody else sees you, they know that you have your shadow in check and it's used for its benefit, right? So there's still a lot to do with that, but you're steady making excuses too. I have to do this, I have to do that, and once I do this, and once I do that, then I can do this, and I can do that. Three of Cups is here. Now, it could also be with the Hunter that you are doing that, right? And so you don't have time for the Three of Cups because you got shit to do. You got work to do, especially if it's shadow work. And I can see that with this Four of Cups trying to show up, that's not where your focus is. You got cups that you have already occupied that you need to sort through. So this could be a person that has 3 people lingering around them, or 3 different circumstances that need sorting out. Honestly, it could really be that literal. It could be something that's very pressing. These matters are very pressing at this moment, so you don't have that leisure time to go party and bullshit. You really have to focus your energy, and this is what I see you trying to do for yourself.